Thursday, a glimpse of a man who may be dying to kill you.
In the world, we mean business in Chicago.
New vaccine helps fight AIDS tonight at 10.
Can I have a drink over here, please, darling? Thank you very much.
Hello? Phone call from Mr. Leslie Nielsen.
Thank you. I'm Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, what can I do for you? Yes, yeah, the third annual International Rock Awards. I know. I'm going to be hosting the show. Yes, I know that, but that's not for another 8 hours. It's only noon. What? 8-hour time difference? I'm supposed to be there now? Look, you'll have to speak up. There's a lot of noise going on here. I can't hear you. Well, I heard that. I'm on my way.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle down and hold on because the third International Rock Awards are taking off. Under the auspices of the Hard Rock Foundation, we're flying at you via satellite from the London Arena with performances by the Doobie Brothers, Faith No More, Roxette, the Scorpions, Sting, and ZZ Top. And starring Rick Astley, Stuart Copeland, Ray Davies, Bo Diddley, Duran Duran, Bob Geldof, Jasmine Guy, Chrissy Hine, Ben E. King, The Law, Ann Magnuson, The Moody Blues, Jeanette Napolitano, Peter Noon, Michael Ontkeen, Lisa Stansfield, Stephanie, Urban Dance Squad, Steve Vai, and this year's living legend, Pete Townsend of The Who. Your host for the third annual International Rock Awards, Mr. Leslie Nielsen.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm delighted to be here. Now, music is music, whether Vivaldi or Van Halen, Tommy Dorsey, or Terence Trent D'Arby. I enjoy it all, roots rock, hard rock, reggae. Even the Bay City Rollers aren't bad if you play them backwards. Of course, then you run into the risk of conjuring up Saturn, or Satan. You know, I guess in a lot of ways, musicians are like actors. You have to be dedicated in your craft. You have to work tirelessly toward perfection. And when asked, you have to be willing to have huge breast implants. But why stand here trying to tell you about great acting when I can show you so easily? Right there.
Thank heavens the bomb didn't damage the research area.
Yes, but I still can't understand who would want to do such a thing.
Jane, I think you ought to know about something.
Jane, darling.
Quentin.
Jane, are you all right? I was so worried about you.
I'm really okay. I'm glad you're here. Oh, I'm sorry. Frank, this is Quentin Habsburg of Hexagon Oil Company.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Drebin. Frank Drebin, I believe I've used some of your restrooms.
I'm sure you have.
Are you in some way connected with the Institute?
Well, not officially, but as a matter of fact, Jane and I have been seeing quite a lot of each other lately. How's my little hellcat?
Well, that's great. I've been dating too. Nice girl, an author. She wrote the book on male sexual dysfunction. You've probably read it.
I beg your pardon.
Frank, please.
Oh, it's all right. I'm sure that we can handle this situation maturely, just like the responsible adults that we are. Isn't that right, Mr. Poopy Pants?
That does it.
Frank.
Yes, I love it. I love it. But shameless plugging isn't why I'm here tonight. I'm here to hand out a very prestigious honor, to help hand them out, the Elvis. Now, no other award symbolizes creativity and hard work and musical excellence as this beauty right here. So let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, the Doobie Brothers.
The third annual International Rock Awards is being brought to you by Vavoom. Looking good feels good with Vavoom. Hair care for Matrix, only at fine salons. And Coca-Cola Classic. You can't beat the real thing.
There's a feeling across this land.
You call them, they will come.
Hey. We're off to a great start, so let's keep the rock rolling. To hand over the first Elvis of the evening, here's Twin Peaks' only sane resident, Michael Ontkean, and with him, Monaco's contribution to rock, Princess Stephanie.
The 5 nominees for Artist of the Year award come to the table with much more than their share of tangible talent.
But it's those mysterious intangibles that make the magic. Complexity of vision, willingness to take chances, and a generosity of musical spirit. Now, the nominees for Artist of the Year are...
Candle calls her mama, I'm sure all the hand and hand gets around. Yeah, all the hand now. Oh, baby. You're so fine, you're my mind, and the world seems to disappear. All the problems, all the fears, and the world seems to disappear.
Has left the building.
And the Elvis will be gracing the mantle of... Say it.
The Black Crowes.
International Rock Awards, and I guess we got one. And that would be it, right there.
The next rock award is MVP Female. Females, women. There's nothing better than the well-shaped leg and the fine leather pump, or the tight cashmere molded to fit the feminine form, or the wonderful, delicate feeling of satin on the skin. Yeah, unfortunately, when I took that state prison job, I had to stop wearing them. Well, yes, to get back to business, here to hand over the MVP Female Award are two guys everyone wants to stand by, Rick Astley and Ben E. King.
Rick, you know, I feel that women in rock haven't been getting what they really deserve.
Well, I can name 5 women who are setting the record straight with smash hits, sold-out tours, and non-stop creativity. There are nominees for this year's MVP Female.
nothing to the pouring rain, and you can't say nothing till there's hope again. Let me stay one more day.
And the King's new queen will be...
The winner is Chrissy Hines.
Oh, this is good because I couldn't convince Beau I was a singer. He thinks I'm a model. So, thanks very much.
Here from his Soul Cages tour and special performance for the 3rd Annual International Rock Awards, Sting.
Hello, London and the International Rock Awards.
old bit of silver paper, that'll fix it. Plug that in there.
Hi, fellas. Something wrong with the amp?
Plug that in there. Do that in the plug there. Takes the light down to that.
Bingo! I've got the problem here, fellas. I'll fix it for you. When we come back, we'll have the Scorpions, ZZ Top, and Chrissy Hines, so don't go away. Things are just starting to cook.
You'll love the body.
Friday, Becky and Jesse are late for their wedding.
I can't lie in church. Well, neither can I. We'll take them out to the parking lot. We'll lie to them there.
Full house. Then, is that Laura?
I'm missing 4 pair of Eddie socks.
You can't fool Urkel. On Family Matters. And Larry tries not to be a jealous boyfriend.
What, do you think I'm stupid?
Is this a trick question?
Perfect strangers. Then Charlie really gets into cycling.
How did you get into those shorts?
It's Going Places Friday.
The 3rd Annual International Rock Awards will continue in a moment.
Thursday, a glimpse of a man.
Hello, I'm here in the...
Bulls go for the clincher tonight at 10.
Let's see here. Excuse me. Like me to sign your program for you?
No, thanks.
Probably thinks I'm a look-alike. Hey, how about an autograph?
Sure, you bet. There you go.
Good luck, Lloyd. Ladies and gentlemen, Chrissy Hines and Bo Diddley.
Ask anyone for a single word that means rock and roll, and they will tell you guitar. Rock music and the electric guitar has grown up together.
And one of the great things about guitar, like the human voice, is no one's worked out a good way to sample it yet. Also glad are our nominees for MVP guitar. Congratulations, Vernon Reid.
Thank you very much. This is Vernon, and there are a couple of people I'd like to thank that have helped me along the way in terms of playing the guitar. First of all, you know, there are a lot of great guitar players in rock and roll, and it's great to be honored this way. I'd like to thank some of my teachers. I consider Carlos Santana my first teacher. I'd like to thank Bruce Johnson and Rodney Jones. I'd like to dedicate this award to Arthur Rames, who is someone that nobody's really heard of, but he's the best guitar player I have ever seen in my life. And that's about it. Thanks.
When you're talking about media, you're talking about sights and sound. And when you're talking about sights and sound, you're talking about the lovely Jasmine Guy and guitar virtuoso Steve Vai.
No one will argue with the power of music. Imagine the quantum leap in power when technology steps in and a satellite zaps you live around the planet.
Your audience of 20,000 explodes into 20 million. Your one-night gig becomes a full-blown media event just like this one. The nominees for Media Event of the Year are
What we did for about 2 years was like learn how to run.
Elvis will soon be sighted at the home of Roger Waters, who live in Berlin.
As if Sting weren't enough, here's an even more dangerous beast, the Scorpion.
I follow the Moskva and down to Gorky Park, listening to the wind of change. An August summer night, the soldiers passing by, listening to the wind of change. The world is closing in, and did you ever think that we could be so close, like brothers? The future's in the air, can feel it The wind of change blows free until it fades of time. And like this song with and then we'll ring the freedom bell for peace of mind. Lift your brother like I say, what my guitar wants to sing. God, give me a guitar.
Let's go to commercial.
Standing by, Lou.
International Rock Awards will return in 2 minutes with Duran Duran, Pete Townsend, and me, Leslie Nielsen.
What the hell's going on?
Roz.
Leslie.
What happened?
Commercial in 3, 2, 1.
Talking about the real thing.
Tune in, turn on, stay up. Late night really starts to rock. With performances by Sting, George Michael, and Roxette. Don't miss In Concert 91, Friday on ABC. Finally, late night changes its tune.
Golf's top players head here to Hazeltine in Minnesota for our national championship. Live 18-hole coverage of the U.S. Open begins Saturday on ABC Sports.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Urban Dance Squad's DNA and Silly Sill and England's own Peter Noon.
There's something special on my mind. Last night I met a new girl in the neighborhood. Yo, Leslie!
Hello. Democracy is breaking all over. Now it's come to an International Rock Award as well. We've opened our ears to the people.
Right. Informal polling was done in hard rock cafes around the world. New York, London, LA, Tokyo.
In other words, people stopped eating long enough to tell us who you really like. And here's the 5 most popular choices.
Black Crowes.
Mr. Puffy Pants himself, MC Hammer.
Chris Isaacs.
And Madonna.
And Wilson Phillips.
Right.
And your winner is? Shall I tell him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell him.
Madonna. I'll take this home for you.
Folks, Madonna couldn't be here tonight. She's in bed somewhere. Odds are. Well, right now, though. Right now we have Roxette. And here they are.
In a time where the sun descends alone, I to find a heart that's made of stone. I will try, I just need a little time to get your face right out of my mind, to see the world through different eyes. Every time I see you, oh, I try to hide away, but when we meet it seems I can't let go. Every time you leave the room I feel I'm fading like a flower. Tell me why, when I scream there's no reply, when I reach out there's nothing to find, when I sleep I break down and cry. Yeah, every time I see you, oh, I try to hide away, but when we meet it seems I can't let go. Every time you leave the room I feel I'm fading like a flower, fading like a rose, fading like a rose, beaten by the storm, talking to myself, getting washed by the rain. It's such a cold, cold town. Ooh, it's such a cold town. Every time I see you, oh, I try to hide away, but when we meet it seems I can't let go. Every time you leave the room I feel I'm fading like a flower. Every time I see you, oh, I try to hide away, but when we meet it seems I can't let go. Every time you leave the room I feel I'm fading like a. Every time I see you, oh, I try to hide away, but when we meet it seems I can't let go. Every time you leave the room I feel I'm fading like a flower. Every time I see you, oh, every time you leave the room I feel I'm fading like a flower. Every time I see you, oh, I'm fading like a rose. Every time I see you, thank you. You'll love the body.
A weekend of summer romance starts Saturday, first from the director of Pretty Woman. It's the hottest movie since Dirty Dancing.
I won't forget this summer, Jeffrey.
Richard Crenna, Matt Dillon, The Flamingo Kid. And Sunday,
If we slept in the same room, my parents would think we were having sex.
Oh, yes, I love sex.
America loves Bert and Goldie, but can love survive marriage?
Hi, Mom!
Burt Reynolds and Goldie Hawn are trying to stay best friends. Love is in the air all weekend on ABC.
Third annual International Rock Awards will continue in a moment.
Isolated from the world, trapped by their own minds.
A Woman, late night tonight.
To present the Songwriter of the Year award is a guy who's written a few good ones himself. From the Kinks, here's Ray Davies.
So, well, in the beginning, there's a song. Some people say it comes from the divine heavens, but sometimes it comes from the other side, the dark side. Sometimes they're tremendous hits, and sometimes they're what's called in the trade as stiffs. And anybody familiar with my work know I've been both. But one day, perhaps you might even end up appearing as Songwriter of the Year. And the nominees are...
But the stars that will over your right. Friends tell the snack to make romance. Neath the cover and book to the sky. That you have to spend. Keep on rocking the free world.
Is that it? Okay. And the Songwriter of the Year is Don Henley.
Greetings from Houston, Texas. This is the second night of our summer tour, and we're glad that we could join you this evening. Glad that Elvis could join us. This is my second Elvis Award, and I'm delighted to get it. This Elvis will join the other Elvis on the mantle in my home, and they'll be known as the Elvi. Anyway, I've always wondered who votes on the International Rock Awards. Do the Kurds get a vote? Do the French get a vote? I don't know. Anyway, we're delighted. I'd like to thank all my international friends out there, and we'll see you down the road.
Here to unveil a brand new rock award is from Anything But Love's Ann Magnuson, and from the Moody Blues, Justin Hayward and John Lodge.
Well, Justin and John, John and Justin.
Yeah, okay.
The video revolution is changing the way we look at the world, and more importantly, the way the world looks at rock.
This year we're inaugurating a new honor, the Video Legend Award.
So let's take a look at a band that's had more video hits than the Los Angeles Police Department. You know them by their long beards, their spinning guitars, and tricked-out Ford Coupe. They're ZZ Top.
We present this year's Video Legend Award to a group who've broadened the horizons of music video with their humor, style, plenty of TNA, and hard-driving rock and roll.
Here's to Billy Gibbons, Dusty Hill, and Frank Beard. In other words, here's to ZZ Top.
That funny? Just came through that way a minute ago. Anyway, we'll be back with Lisa Stansfield, Bob Geldof, and a performance by Faith No More.
Same make. These were taken.
A last request is not to be denied.
I'll take care of the family.
So a flashy guy from Vegas goes back to his old neighborhood to fill his old man's shoes.
I need your blessing.
1 week from tonight,
What he said.
Ray Sharkey is
No.
the man in the family.
She's been all around the world, but luckily tonight she's here with us to present the MVP Male Award. Here's Lisa Stansfield.
Well, I'm here. Eventually I did get drunk because I didn't get any awards. So after this, I'm going home. Right. This is the auto cue, very American. What is it that a rock performer does that somehow transforms a few words and notes into musical powerful enough to change a life, or maybe even the world? Whatever it is, the 5 men nominated for MVP Male have a lock on it. Only one of them, however, holds the master key. Here are the nominees. And Elvis's new hero is... Oh God, I've done it wrong. Chris Isaac!
Yeah, it's no big surprise to me. It's always like Madonna or Milli Vanilli or Ice-T or somebody big. Well, thanks a lot. Thanks for nothing. I had my heart set on this. I know where you people live. I know what makes you tick. You better start taking a different way to work, brother.
Chris, you won.
You won?
You won.
Thanks very much. I love you people. From in here, I love you people. I won?
I'm sure you figured out by now that the International Rock Awards aren't about cheap hype or PR stunts. They're about music. And that's the idea behind our Most Valuable Player Awards, to spotlight the musicians themselves. And here to present the next one from the Law, Paul Rogers and Kenny Jones, and in their custody, Concrete Blonde's Jonette Napolitano.
Thank you. For tonight's final MVP award, we're turning the spotlight to a sometimes forgotten corner of the stage, the bass player.
You know, I've always wondered who that was moving around behind me. Seriously though, bass players keep it all together. Without the lines they lay down, the rest of us would be in the dark.
Yeah, lucky for us, we've got guys like these to rely on. The nominees for Best MVP Bass are Eric A., Dustin Hill, Muzz Skillens, Leland Sklar, and Sting.
You!
And Mr. Presley will be hitting the road with Gordon Sting.
Thank you for this award. I'd just like to credit Leo Fender and my mum for their part in this, but thanks again. I have to go.
Now, one of the Rock Awards' biggest prizes, and giving it away, Rock's own knight in shining armor, the organizer of Live Aid, Bob Geldof.
Thank you. For those of you who are at home wondering what we're in fact eating, or indeed more specifically for those of you who paid £12.50 to sit behind us and watch us eat, don't clap too loud. It's tortilla chips and guacamole, which is pertinent to this evening because when you're making a record which is takes months or weeks of dull, boring activity, you tend to resort to a diet of guacamole and tortilla chips and growing beards like this. And the nominees for the album of the year are what? Roland.
Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? But if I work all day on the blue sky mine, there'll be food on the table tonight. I'm way down now, I'm way down now. Won't you show me something true today?
And the winner of the Album of the Year award is Shake Your Moneymaker, the Black Crowes.
We'd like to take the king here, and we'd like to thank everyone who's helped us be ourselves, including Sly Stone, Free Sly. And we'd like to thank everyone who doesn't call them records products out there, and thank everyone who bought Shake Your Moneymaker into. We take this award for all the bands who are not putting greed on the top of their list. That's all I have to say. Thanks. Peace. Soul. We're the Black Crowes, and we know we'll see you on the road.
Yep, things couldn't be going smoother. Faith No More is ready to rock. Excitement's building a fever pitch for the Living Legend Award. And I pretty much proved myself a rock on.
Good evening on Eyewitness News at 10.
I'm Rick Dees, and tonight, those beautiful drumsticks of Sheila E. We've got actress Stephanie Simpless, some laughs with funny lady Carol Montgomery, all into the night.
Two rock awards were given out earlier this evening. MVP keyboards was claimed by Bruce Hornsby, and MVP drums went to Chester Thompson. Now the time has come for the Living Legend Award. Here again is Bob Geldof.
Hello again. I can honestly say that Pete Townsend specifically led me to a life of crime. When I was about 14, I wore my uniform parka and my pink scarf, and I was cursed with curly hair. So I would go down to Woolworths and rip off a tin of pink dippity-doo to try and straighten it out and be Pete Townsend. But I'm not sure that Pete will be thrilled to be receiving a Living Legend award this evening. But the thing that always struck me about him was not only were his songs very easy to play when you were learning guitar, but he seemed to bring to it, to pop music, a very brutal honesty and a searing intelligence. And it's not on the auto cue, but I like Pete Townsend a lot, and if anybody deserves one of these things, he certainly does. Pete Townsend.
All lies, not a word of truth.
Ever since I was a young boy, I played the silver ball.
Pete. Pete, and where are you from, Pete? London. From London? Yeah. If you steer clear of quality, you're all right.
Pick up my guitar and play, just like yesterday.
Happy birthday, Karen. It's my wife's birthday today, and that's really all I can think about. Thank you for this.
If you've been wondering about the future of rock music, the future is now. Here is Faith No More.
Can you play, see it, hear it today? If you can't, then it doesn't matter anyway. You won't ever understand it, cause it happens too fast. And I feel so good inside, walking on glass. It's so cool, it's so hip, it's alright. It's so groovy, it's out of sight. You can touch it, feel it, taste it so sweet. But it makes no difference, cause it knocks you off your feet. Say, why did I but you got it? It's crying, bleeding, lying on the floor, so you I said it's magic, it's tragic, it's a loss, it's a win. It's dark, it's voice, it's a bit of pain. It's sad, it happened, and it's a shame. You want it all, but you can't have it. It's in your face, but you can't have it. What is it? Is it? What is it? Is it? What is it? Is it? What it is? Yeah!
These awards were created by Rock Inc., whose appointed executive committee selected a nominations committee consisting of 100 representatives from the music industry. The nomination committee selected 5 nominees in each category by ballot. Balloting for Final Selection Award was distributed to 1,500 industry members. Eligibility was based on performances during the one-year period commencing March 1st, 1990. All balloting was conducted under the supervision of the accounting firm of Ernst & Young. Winners were disclosed to the executive producers prior to the telecast for purposes of this production.
The 3rd Annual International Rock Awards has been brought to you by Coca-Cola Classic. You can't beat the real thing. And brought to you by Vavoom. Looking good feels good with Vavoom. Hair care from Matrix. Only at fine salons.
This is Ted Koppel. Later tonight on Nightline, more details from a highly placed Iraqi defector that Saddam's nuclear program remains intact, along with scores of Scud missiles.
This is Charles Gibson.
And Joan London.
Tomorrow, how important is body language in the workplace? Can it have an impact on your career?
Also, golf champ Hale Irwin. And for a unique vacation, try dog sledding on Good Morning America.
Hit the music. Yo, from our home studio, it's Mickey D's Deals. With